Greetings one and all, I'm back with part 2, the conclusion of Relics and Ruins southeast of Euripus Mons on Mars, and in this one we're going to be connecting a ton of dots again, so let's get cracking on. We've got a ton of anomalies to check out in this one, guys. Continuing with the analysis of this photograph, NASA calls Periglacial Sample. It was acquired on the 6th of October 2018 at a resolution of 25 centimeters per pixel. 1:1 binning was used, and the anomalies I'm cropping from the original JP2 black and white map projected file. And there's a look at the terrain. This is the low res black and white JPEG, and we're looking at the strange dots that are littering this area. Located in this region over there, and at the time of this video the JP2 had not been loaded to Google Earth Mars yet. This region's located 46 degrees 44 minutes south, 107 degrees 52 minutes east, and it's in an area called Euripus Mons. Right, so the first anomaly looking at is rather artificial looking. It looks like some type of a wreckage, maybe even some type of structure or metallic debris. Otherwise it's a megalithic item. Don't know what that is. That's about 20 meters long, and this piece here is about 2-3 meters wide. Look at the rather straight edges on this, and we can see there's a uniform depth between those two items, and they are of a darker material, nothing else like it in this JP2. So what do you guys and girls make of this one? What are we looking at there? Possibly a covered hangar, entranceway, structure, or some type of wreckage. The other anomaly down there, that megalithic slab or block, is about 12 by 10 meters in size. You've got straight edges again, right angle, and then this strange triangular part on the top, and we've seen a ton of these examples. That triangle is also very symmetrical and geometric in shape, slightly curved on the one side. There's another example. This is also from this region called Euripus Mons, and this is from our video and blog post called Disks and Triangular Objects Found Near Euripus Mons. Also have this triangular object on a larger rectangular block or slab, and also slightly elevated here on the one side. Next anomaly, we've got a couple of these as well, located here to the right, and it's got these two blocks, long narrow one next to this larger rectangular one. On top of it we've got a little protrusion or knob, and it's in the center of this larger one. Here we're looking at another example like that, about the same size, but also the larger block has a protrusion or knob in its center. This one's rotated 180 degrees anti-clockwise, and there they are side by side for comparison. Yet some more common design features or artifacts on Mars and in the same JP2. Right, then we're looking at that anomaly right there. The larger block is about 12 by 10 meters in size, and this smaller piece seemed to have fitted in there very nicely, with straight edges and some geometry in that shape as well. And also on the larger one we have a protrusion or knob. Right, here we're looking at that strange artifact over there, which is about 12 meters long, about 10 meters wide. Again, we've got two larger pieces joined together with a arching or bridging part in the center. Look at the triangular opening over there. Show you some more of those that I found in this JP2. And there's some other examples of that layout. This is from special edition similar craft and tech found on Mars. So I have this bridging or connecting part in the center with this rather strange piece over there. Also from the same video and blog post as that one, as well as this one over here to the left. That straight line going through there, and in parallel with it, that bevel. How on earth can that be natural? I'll ask you with tears in my eyes. Right, here we're looking at a 6-sided object measuring about 10 by 10 meters, and look at the triangular opening here on the side. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides to it. And there's another one, dome-shaped structure west of Periglacial. Also has the same layout as that one. It also has a triangular opening on the one side. And then I found this one also with a triangular opening on it. Special edition, the NASA Elysium Ruins of Mars link in color. Check out that. What a coincidence, right? Swamp gas, weather balloon, nothing to see, folks. Move on, nothing to see. Right, then we're looking at these anomalies, and specifically this strange item over there, and that's about 12 meters long and about 6 meters wide. And look at the area that's been hollowed out there. So I have straight edges and right angles to it. And there's another one on Mars. There is another example. Special edition, the NASA Elysium Ruins of Mars link in color. Also have that block and a hollowed out section to it over there. Pretty much the same as that. We're looking at another L-shaped piece over here to the bottom left, and that piece is about 12 meters long and about 10 meters wide over there. And I'll show you some more of those. This is also another one from part 1 of the series, so also in the same photograph. Another L shape. This looks almost like the top of a tank. Check out that. It looks like it could pivot on that. Rather weird layout there, parallel to this one side. This is from Epic Destruction in Terra Chimeria, another one of these L-shaped pieces. And here's another one also from this area called Euripus Mons. There we can see one of the smaller blocks is still pretty close to being intact next to that opening. So, again, swamp gas, I don't know, folks. What's the chances of this happening by accident? I think we're looking at some intelligent design here. And there's another piece. This is from the megalithic blocks of Utopia Planitia on Mars. Insight update. Another L-shaped piece there. And these blocks are still very close to one another. Right, then we're looking at the two rectangular blocks next to one another, and those blocks measure about 10 by 4 meters each. Check at that, they join together, and in the center we've got that sort of donut shaped round circular part, almost as if that smaller part is connecting these two blocks together, much like the small slots that have been cut into the megaliths in South America, where we had the small part that connected the blocks together. Very, very strange. Anyway, there's another square piece over there that measures about 13 by 13 meters, and we've got straight edges to it and right angles, slightly elevated on the right. And also near this area, Euripus Mons, I found a similar item like it, also straight edges and right angles. Now we've got a line of smaller parts arranged in a row there. Check out the spacing. This is from part 1, alignments and strange objects found near Euripus Mons. Right, another rectangular piece over there, about 4 by 12 meters. Look at the straight sides over here, right angle, and then it has 2 dark spots through the center line on top. So, rather strange piece next to it. So, well-defined edges on that. And there's another rectangular piece from Ancient Wreckage and Structures East of Ready on Mars, Part 1. This one's got a row of 3 knobs or protrusions in its center. There's another L-shaped piece over there, by the way, and this piece is about the same size as that. Right, and we're looking at this circular object over there, which is about 14 meters in diameter, and it's got a center item there and smaller parts arranged in a circle around it. And there's many others also from Euripus Mons. These two over here. Part 1, alignments and strange objects found near Euripus Mons, as well as this one over here. And we have center items and smaller parts arranged in a circular pattern around them. And this is a strange one from Utopia Planitia. This one's got what look like holes that have been drilled into this one. Otherwise, could that be painted onto that block? This is from Mars, Utopia Planitia, and it's dozens of saucer-shaped objects extended. And we're looking at a triangular object over here to the top left, and each side is about 12 meters long, but arrangement of 3 smaller parts in parallel to this one side. And we'll have a look at some more that I found in this JP2. Here we're looking at this area of the photograph, and that weird block. We've got a little triangular object there. This block over there is about 8 meters long, about 2 meters wide. You can see 2 of the sides, and it's got this like a chevron carved into the one side. There's another block with a small protrusion in its center. We're looking at that strange chevron on top of that block, and it's located there to the top right. And that piece there is about 10 meters long. Check it, the chevron. And perpendicular to it, that line over there. strange symbol or glyph on it. Check that out. And then that. And then another symbol. This is from part 1 of the series. We've got this sort of T-shaped symbol on top of that piece. We're looking at disc-like objects or dome-like objects with little protrusions or knobs on them. This one over here is about 8 meters across. And check that out. A ton of these again in this photograph. There's another one between 2 blocks over there. And this one's about 4 meters across. Also in the center, the usual smaller part. Here we've got more. And we're going to be zooming in over here. This rectangular part over there measures about 12 by 10 meters. And it's got this small part in its center and 2 dark spots on either side. And there we've got a half a dome-like object with a donut part on the top. We're looking at this part of that grouping or pile of rubble, and this piece over here is very interesting, and next to it that block with the strange symbol on it. This piece there measures about 6 by 5 meters, and it's got this 6-sided smaller part on the top. There we've got another block with rounded corners. Look at the uniform thickness to it, and strange markings on it. Looks like a line that goes through there. Got like a circular shape to it over here, and then 2 parallel lines there. Very weird. Then we're looking at that object over here at the bottom right. I hope I'm not blocking it with my picture-in-picture. But then again, you can find these images over at my blog without the PIP over there. So that piece is about 14 meters long and about 12 meters wide. Got a strange split going through the center. And then these 2 objects of almost equal size. This one's lying in that opening, and that one is on top of a carved out surface over there. I don't know what to make of that. And then we've got a strange arc over there. I wonder if that is open. Another dome-like object over there. Strange little block over here, about 3 by 3 meters in size. This oval dome-like shape appears to have a hole in it, and that piece measures about 12 meters long by about 6 meters across. As I say, in its center, it looks like a hole over there, and one off to the side. There's another example of that type of design from part 1 of the series, and there's another dome-like structure that I found from special edition, the ancient megaliths and ruins of Mars, the evidence part 3. Now this dome-like shape to it. Look at the straight lines over here, right angles, and that part there seems to be broken off, and there we've got a bevel cut through there. Looks like some type of structure maybe. or maybe even an ancient machine or technology, who knows? And on top of it, a little hole. We're looking at that item over there, about 6 by 6 meters. Got 1, 2, 3 sides to it, equal angles there, and then a smaller part in the center and a little hole over here to the bottom. And it's elevated off the surface. You can see one of the sides. It's got a very sharp wedge shape to it. We're looking at more alignment of smaller parts on that larger piece, and that's about 10 meters across by about 10 meters tall. We've got 3 almost same size objects aligned in a row there. And there's another one. We featured this one a bit earlier in this video. And these over here are from Euripus Mons as well. Part 2, alignments and strange objects found near Euripus Mons. Here we've got 2 rows of 3 smaller parts over there in that triangular shape. So there's another one. This one's got 3 parts running across that side. Get the spacing between these things. And that's from Ancient Wreckage and Structures East of Ready on Mars, Part 2. There's another one of these anomalies that looked like sheet metal or wreckage. That piece is about 5 by 10 meters in size. Get these straight edges here. We've got a right angle there, and then a triangular piece. Also symmetrical, coming off the one side. And then it's got a hole over there and various dark spots on it. Another pumpkin seed or plectrum shaped object over here to the one side. Right, and I thought I'd throw this one in from part 1 of the series. Another one of these strange parts, looks like wreckage or sheet metal. There's another rounded part over here. This over here looks like a little craft. I don't know what that is, and that appears to be like a archway opening. I wonder what that is. That vehicle or rectangular part, whatever it is about 2 by 3 meters in size. It's got this dark spot in the middle of the top over here. So as I said, folks, you can find all these images over at my blog. This is it here. I always include links to the posts in the video descriptions below. So this is part 2, Relics and Rents, southeast of Euripus Mons on Mars. And there are all the anomalies I feature. Plus, if you click on them, you get to download the actual size at a scale of 1 to 1. We can go and check out the other artifacts at your leisure. Also, I've got a powerful search function over here. So if there's anything that you're looking for, you can try and find it using the search. So let's see, TR3B Mars, for example. I did a video a long time ago called Has the TR3B Been to Mars? I posted that in 2018-0203, and check this out, guys. strange triangular wedge-shaped thing photographed by curiosity. It's almost like that craft Corey Good testified about. That's it for this one, folks. I hope you enjoyed part 2, the conclusion of this current series. Do let me know in the comments below what you make of these anomalies. Always read your comments, and sometimes you make suggestions which I implement on my channel. Thank you for that. And I'll be doing a video soon about a project that I've been busy with for the past couple of days. I had a problem with my wireless LTE 4G, suddenly lost signal strength and was getting dropouts and latency issues, and I noticed my neighbor put up a microwave dish on top of his roof. I think it's this point-to-point 5 gigahertz internet service provider that we have here locally, and it's causing havoc on my router. So I came up with a solution. I'll let you guys check that one out when I release the video. So if you're one of the DIY type of people like me and you don't mind working on ladders up at heights, then you're going to like this one. So I'll be back soon with the next video. I'll see you all then. Take care and be safe. Bye bye for now.